and it's Cal Canes, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, we had this conversation last year, I think. So,
Yeah.
Like hurricanes, Cal Canes. Okay. Hey, we are here at the 2018 CUNA GAC in Washington, D.C. with Co-op Financial Services' very own Nick Calcanes. How are you, Nick?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How is the conference going for you? We were talking before the recording. This is your first GAC. Yeah. So how's the rookie?
It's going well, and I'm definitely. I feel like I'm a freshman at my first day of high school, but it's great. You know, there's a lot of people. I've probably met 75 CEOs so far in my 11 months here.
Oh, okay.
And so I've built some relationships there, but then I've met a lot of other people here. So it's been good, and then there's certainly a social aspect that is very prevalent here. There's a lot of time to, again, get to know people outside of just talking about business. So that's been great, too.
Yeah, it feels like we're all one kind of this big happy family type of thing.
It is.
Yeah. I always call the GAC like this family reunion because we do this digital conversation and stuff, and then you come here and go, oh, hey, that's what you look like.
Right.
You know, or good to see you again.
You know, and that's true. I've probably met 15 or 20 people that I've only met over the phone so far. So that's been good to put a face with a name.
Indeed. So how has it been this past year, kind of getting to know people, getting your credit union legs underneath you and stuff? How has that experience been so far?
It's been good. You know, I retired from the banking industry back in 2015 and had a lot of great experiences there, but really wanted to be part of something different. And what the last year has validated for me is just I really believe in the credit union movement and co-op's place in it. You know, I genuinely feel our strategy really is going to energize and enable the credit union movement to a new level over the next few years. And so it's really exciting work and building partnerships. And so, again, I feel like I'm in the right place at the right time with a great opportunity. So
Good to hear. And so we've been hearing, obviously, a lot about digital transformation. That's what Think was about last year, obviously. But technology, you know, sometimes takes a back seat to other objectives like culture change, leadership and processes. So what role are technology leaders like yourself taking in the digital transformation in their companies? Yeah,
interesting. You know, well, first of all, we're a technology and services company, right? And our mission is to become worthless question. And so I think that's where the value is coming in from these interactions and aligning digital transformation, which we're very focused in data, we're very focused in payments, we're very focused in a number of areas. So how can we align what we're doing and our relationships with other partners to solve your specific problem? And so that's where our focus has been over the last year.
Sounds good. And so, let's see, you just answered my next question about what you guys are doing. So... So people, sometimes they're nervous about technology, especially when it comes to like artificial intelligence, which we've been talking a lot about, especially like the last 6 months. How do you see humans and machines working together in the near future? How is that going to happen?
I think that's a great question, and you know, one, it's inevitable. You know, when you look at Uber and Amazon, and you know what people are even bringing into their homes with Alexa, you know, that's a version of machine learning and AI, and so whether you're comfortable with it or not, it's coming. And so a lot of, you know, similar to my last answer, you know, when you think about machine learning, I think about, you know, aligning the machine to do the almost commodity work or a lot of the heavy lifting, and then kind of pivoting to leverage the human beings to really be that added extra value on top. And so for me, it's not something you should be afraid of. I think about it, you know, from a credit union perspective, that you're able to churn through a tremendous amount of information and really dive into and dial in what your clients and members really need. And then use that extra bandwidth of your the people that are working in your banking centers or within your credit union to add that extra special touch of, you know, member experience and deliver on your brand promise. So I think about it as creating capacity to really take your member experience to the next level, as opposed to machines are going to take over, right?
I think that's the paranoia.
I think that's a little bit of the fear, but I think there's room for both, and I really do think that it provides more opportunity for that special human touch, as opposed to eliminating it.
So they kind of complement each other in a
Absolutely.
way? So, and they make more time for the human interaction, I guess.
Totally
that's what I'm getting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My last question to you is, I'm kind of asking everybody this. What do you want to take away from the GAC? I mean, obviously, again, this is your first one, but what do you want to take away from here and take back to Co-op to implement or use or spread throughout the company there?
Sure.
That comes your way.
I think that's a great
keep it in perspective.
question. For credit unions as well. So when you think about, smaller credit unions all the way up to the biggest ones, right? I think, one of the things that I try to do is figure out, much like I said earlier, to help them not be distracted by the shiny object, and be really efficient with their investment and their partnerships. Mm-hmm. And so I try to do the same thing, right? And I think, from an experience perspective, I bring 30 years of experience in this industry or technology and operations. And, it's much the same case with the rest of the executive team from a co-op perspective. Yeah. Todd's built a great team. Yep. And so we try to apply that expertise to partner with credit unions to say, to really ask the right questions back to what problems are you trying to solve. Mm-hmm. And in some cases, you do need to leverage the shiny object, so to speak. Sure. But in other cases, there's more practical solutions that you can accomplish the very same things. Yeah. And so I try to take a